In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make a full moon with flying bats Halloween ornament. Welcome, my pretties, to the Awfully Sweet channel. I printed the pattern and the reference image on cardstock paper. The PDF pattern is available in my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box. I'm cutting around the reference image to keep it next to me while I work. It will help me place the bats and the glass beads. I also cut the pattern for the moon and the bats. Using a white acrylic paint pen, I traced the moon twice on yellow felt. I then cut the shapes with scissors. Using a purple acrylic paint pen, I traced the large bat twice on black felt. I then cut the shapes with scissors. I also traced and cut the medium and small bats once on black felt. I'm going to place a tiny metal wire inside of the wings of the large bat. I measure the length and cut the wire with pliers. I'm holding both hands to make sure that they don't fly across the room while cutting. I place the wire on one of the wings and add hot glue in a zigzag shape. I place the second large bat on top of it and glue the rest of the wing. I then glue the body portion, the V shape, and the head. I leave a small opening in the middle to place the second metal wire and glue the other wing. If some glue comes out from the sides, I remove it with scissors. Now I can bend the wings to give the illusion that the bat is flying. I then place the bat on one of the yellow moon. I'm looking at the reference image for the placement. I carefully lift the bat and put hot glue on the middle part, not the wings. I place the small bat at the bottom and hot glue it completely to the moon. The medium bat goes to the side. I glue it as well, except for half of the left wing since it is sticking out of the ornament. To create the hanging loop, I'm cutting 3 pieces of black embroidery floss measuring 7.5 inches each. I make a knot at one hand, tape it down on my work surface, and place an heavy object on top of it. I make a braid with my spider fingers. When I almost reach the end, I make another knot. I'm cutting a tiny rectangle of yellow felt to glue the hanging loop to the second yellow moon. I'm looking at the reference image once again to place all of the glass beads. I'm using 3 colors: yellow, gold, and white. I'm using a yellow sewing thread to sew the glass beads. I cut a good length and make at least 3 knots at one hand since the thread is very thin. I place it inside of a small needle and start at the bottom under the small bat. I take a glass bead and place my needle 2 millimeters higher than the starting point. I pass a second time to make sure that the bead stays in place. I do the same thing with each bead, working my way up until I reach the top. And this is how it looks. Once I'm done, I make 2 knots at the back and cut the excess with scissors. I then glue both ends of the thread to secure it in place. It's time to assemble. To blanket stitch my ornament, I'm using the yellow DMC 973 embroidery floss that I measure by making 3 circles around the yellow moon. I make 2 knots at one hand. I place the front on top of the back of the ornament and align the hanging loop with the left wing of the large bat. I place my embroidery floss inside of my needle and start to blanket stitch behind the right wing. If you don't know how to blanket stitch, I made a video that shows you in real time how to do it. Go check it out. When there is only a small opening left, I fill the ornament with polyester stuffing. You can use a pen or a small tool to push it to the sides. I keep filling and stitching gradually until I reach the end. I come back to my first stitch, make a knot to the side, and hide the embroidery floss inside of my ornament. I pull on the floss and cut the excess with scissors. The only thing left to do is to bend the wings of the bat. He's flying at night by the moonlight. And this completes the full moon with Flying Bat's Halloween ornament. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you feel inspired to make your own. I also made a small batch that is available to purchase in my Etsy shop in addition to the PDF pattern. If you made it this far and enjoy Halloween DIYs, please be sweet and leave me a little treat by clicking on my pumpkin bell to subscribe to the Awfully Sweet channel. Don't forget to hit the bell notification to know when a new video comes up. There is always enough room on my broom for another crafty ghoul. Thank you for hanging out with me. Have a fabulous day. Bye!